What's up everybody, Midnight Stories 32 here, and you're about to watch one of the worst horror stories ever caught on tape. This is The Exorcism of Gina. So, you might be asking yourself, how in the world would an exorcism be caught on camera? More importantly, why would the footage be released? And the answer is that this woman's story is so compelling that 2020 even had to cover it.
I'm Barbara Walters, and this is 2020.
Before we get into the content, please like, comment, and subscribe. Doing these little things will help tell the YouTube algorithm to push out the video to other viewers just like yourself. Now, let's get into the story. Back in 1991, Cardinal John O'Connor was the Archbishop of New York, and he was holding one of his regular sermons whenever he disclosed that he recently authorized an exorcism. This exorcism had a ton of people involved, and it was really well documented. Gina was a 16-year-old girl from Florida, and her mother was a Colombian immigrant. Gina's mother reached out to her local church because Gina's behavior was growing more and more erratic. This is because the psychotherapy that Gina was receiving was proving to be ineffective. The church observed Gina and determined that she was being plagued by a demon. The church decided to pursue an exorcism, and that exorcism was supervised by Reverend James Labar. The exorcism lasted for a total of 6 hours, and during those 6 hours, Gina's behavior was completely erratic. Gina's voice decibels were changing uncontrollably, and her body was also convulsing uncontrollably. The footage you're about to see is completely frightening.
The resistance could be such that you would rise up off the floor and go to the ceiling where nobody could touch her.
God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Spirit, master of the most evil actions, the teacher of heretics, the inventor of all obscenity. Go out, therefore, impious one.
Gina claimed after the exorcism she felt better. Now, I know that after what you just saw was completely shocking, but what you're about to see is unexplainable. A few days later, Gina did reach out to the church because she felt like she was being haunted by a demon inside her home. The church approved for a priest to go to Gina's home, and the priest said that he determined that the house was actually haunted. So, the priest ended up doing an exorcism on the actual house. This part unfortunately wasn't recorded, but it has been verified by several independent parties that were involved. It should be noted that while all of this did take place and the footage is real, that several news outlets such as Newsweekly have actually criticized the story. In fact, what they're trying to criticize is the church's motivation behind the footage and the story. If you like this video and you're interested in learning more about true stories, please subscribe. Until next time, Midnight Stories 32.